confidence in what you say, like I've said for everybody, and it's the same for you as I start to work with you. I don't care if you don't know the answer. What I care is that you confidently tell them that you don't know the answer. And that's contrary to what the rest of the world does and teaches and will try to have you believe is the right way, but it just is the right way. Know what you don't know. It's like the phrase I always say. So if somebody rings you up and says, can I book in for lymphedema? Say, do you know what? I don't know, but thanks for asking it. I'm going to find out for you. I'm brand new. I've just started this week. I've never been asked that question before, but what I'm going to do is make sure I get you the right answer. Is there an appropriate time to call you back later today? Because it'll give me time to speak to a physio and I'll come back to you with a 100% validated, justified, confident answer of whether or not we can serve you with those needs. And what that does to that person is that makes them think, okay, the next question that I ask at Paul Gough Physio Rooms will be answered properly. Mm-hmm. And if that answer comes out of somebody's mouth, it's the right answer, because I know that if they don't know the answer, they tell me. So when I start to ask the physio a question and he starts to give me an answer, I'm starting to believe that answer. Why? Because the first interaction and the first experience that I had with Paul Gough Physio Rooms was honest, was upfront, was brutally confident, was not trying to get my business, was not trying to book me in at all costs, was willing to take a risk on losing me as a patient for the sake of doing the right thing. And that's always what it's about. When you see people blagging and you see people going, well, why don't you just book in and we'll have a go and we'll see how we get on. Okay, you're going to get some business and you're going to do okay, but you're not going to do spectacularly well. That person who if you get a call this week and says, do you do X or do you know Y? Do you know what? The great news is I don't, but I'm going to find out for you. And I've just started, and if you bear with me, thanks for asking it. You've really helped me, kind of find answers to questions that I don't know so that I can serve other people better. And I'll come back to you with a great answer in the next hour. Whatever that answer is, whether it's yes or no, it will be the right answer and you can make a better decision as a patient. How does that sound? And as a patient, that's what you'd say. How does that sound? Sounds great. What you mean is actually an honest, decent, upfront company that's going to tell me that they don't know the answer to something but are going to do their best and their due diligence to find out the answer to it, even if it means that they might lose my business. Yeah. It's pretty novel for 2016, but it's the way to do it. That's the important thing to understand. That's not just to do that because I want you to do that. That's to do that because then when they arrive in an evaluation and Johnny or Sammy or whoever starts to say, have you got any questions and here's what we're going to do for you, they have that trust in the answer that they're going to get from us. And when they've got that trust, when Johnny says you need 6 sessions or you need 9 and can I propose a pair of orthotics, they are more likely to say yes, confidently. Because the only reason that they don't buy is they're confident in it. So your job as admin is to create that confidence at the beginning. Not to answer the phone, not to book email or reply to emails, not to make cups of coffee and whatever, is a much, much deeper, more internal level that what you really need to do. Because on the external level, you can answer questions and it looks like you've done your job, that Mary's booked in for an appointment. But what if Mary then drops off after one session because she doesn't quite feel it, or because we give her an answer that wasn't right, or wasn't the answer that she was looking for? But there was something in it and she went, yeah, okay, I'll turn up for one session, and then had one session and dropped off. We've lost that. We've lost that patient because we lost the trust at the beginning. So there's never an excuse to worry about not knowing answers to questions. When you get asked a question, I've had this with so many new employees where they go on to a, what if I don't know the answer? And what if I get caught out? And what if somebody asks me a question that I don't know the answer to? It exposes massive insecurities, but complete, ridiculous, way of thinking that is, to be honest, it's actually selfish if you think about it. If you think about that, all you're worried about is how you feel if somebody asks you a question, that you might get it wrong, that you might feel awkward, that you might feel uncomfortable, that you might be left to look silly. It's selfish as hell. So when you turn that thing around and you say, hey, you know what? My goal and my intention today is to serve you in my bestest possible way. And if I have blanks or gaps in my knowledge right now, that's cool. I will do my utmost to find out the answers for you. But my intent is to serve. And if you don't like the fact that I don't know the answer, and even though I'm honest and I'm integral and I'm pure and I'm 100% upfront with you, there's the door. don't come into my world. And literally, that's the way you need to live your life. Whether it's on the front desk, whether it's dealing with people in the world, whether it's dealing with people on the phone, whether it's dealing with family, friends, whoever. If they don't accept that, not fool them. So there's never any real reason to ever feel that like horrible thing that we all have in a stomach when we might be asked a question that we don't know answers to. So what? If you turn it into a positive, it's actually an opportunity to learn something. And you could even turn around and say, you know what? Thank you for asking me that question. I didn't know the answer to it, but I do now. And I'm going to go home tonight as a more educated, as a better service provider, more confident, because if I get the question asked again tomorrow, I'm better able to answer it for the next person.
Thanks for watching this video. And if you found it helpful, and if you now find yourself thinking, I wonder what else this person can help me with, head over to paulgough.com/books, where you can find my best-selling books, which will show you how to add more profit to your practice. Or send an email to paul@paulgough.com to ask about how we can help you accelerate the growth and profitability of your clinic. And by the way, if you know anybody who would find this helpful, please share this video out. Thanks so much.